When someone asks you who's your favourite video game character, the first person that comes into my head is always Ezio. And as far as I know, Italian men with a passion for murder, he probably ranks about second, behind Mario. Shout out goes out to my man Uncle Mario, he was like a third parent to me growing up. He was such a great character and he just got killed by a fancy doorstep. It's me, Mario! I think it's safe to say that Assassin's Creed 2 holds a special place in everyone's heart. It still pains me to this day that I know that Ubisoft created this masterpiece. And I know some people might struggle to hear this, but Poopysoft used to make some great games. Back in my day, we used to have Assassin's Creed for the DS. IGN gave it a 7 out of 10. Okay, Graham, it's time to plug yourself into the anime so you can relive the heydays of the Xbox 360. You old fart. Oh yay, Xbox 360, they just released Halo Reach. Can't wait to play Halo 4. I want to know where the classic Assassin's Creed formula went. What board meeting did everyone decide just have these massive sprawling open worlds? For goodness sake, Gary, you've ruined the franchise, man. Vsauce, Michael here. Why is Mirror's Edge called Mirror's Edge? Well, it's like because Mirror's Edge is like, you know, you're on top of a skyscraper and like, you know, a mirror is like really thin and like if you fall off the mirror then you would like die because it's on the skyscraper and skyscrapers are like reflective glass on it and it's kind of like the same thing, you know, yeah, it's like really smart in it. So, Mirror's Edge. First person, wall running, parkour, you see the red thing, you run towards it, you jump off it. Pretty simple, right? Well, if you actually remember this game, then you remember a simpler time. A time before DLC, a time before microtransactions, a time before you had to rake out your mother's credit card just to pay for some Robux. And those Robux would ultimately go on to a Fortnite Battle Pass. But you may ask yourself, who actually made Mirror's Edge? I bet half of you can't even answer that question. That's because freaking DICE and EA made this game. You know, the same people who did the dun 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 dun. And I'm really not surprised at all. The atmosphere in this game is pretty magical. At some points you don't really feel like you're playing a game anymore, it's more of like a free running drug dealer simulator. It's so good, in fact, I vividly remember when you would fall off a building and you would land with that bone crunching crunch that the game had. The sound effect people at DICE did an excellent job. They must have some really crispy bone sound effects because goddammit Faith, have you ever heard of calcium? Like, go drink some milk, goddamn. Really make you cringe and not in the kind of like, ooh, Fortnite way, more in the kind of like, ooh, my legs don't feel very good after that. But look at all this. I just can't get enough of it. It's so magnificent in every way. Wait, no. Not you. No, go back, go back. So yeah, there was a second Mirror's Edge game and it was okay, I guess. It wasn't anything to write home about. But the whole game design really took you out the flow state of the game, which is kind of what all the first game was about, and the entire reason that a parkour game exists is to put you within that flow state. And now, if we were to summon these games together to combine into one great game, I have a couple of words for you. First person, historic, parkour, sword combat. Absolutely fantastic. I would play the absolute living hell out of this game. I'm getting a little bit hot under the collar, if I'm honest with you. Because essentially, Assassin's Creed parkour is great. Don't get me wrong, it's awesome. But the Mirror's Edge parkour is just a step above. I know it's a little bit of a different flavor, but it really is nice. It really makes you just flow. But then on the other side, Mirror's Edge has some of the most dog water awful combat I have ever seen in a goddamn game. It is horrendous. You cannot convince me that combat is good in any way, shape or form. It's so stiff. Faith just feels like she's fighting people in a wheelchair which is strapped to some like fucking sausage dogs which is strapped onto some like old ass 1980s Hot Wheels. Like, did they even have Hot Wheels in 1980? So a revamped combat system would be really great. Something simpler like Assassin's Creed 2 would be amazing. I know you can just stand there and parry the entire time, but the combat system really works when you decide what you want to put into it. Do you want to grab people? Do you want to dodge? Do you want to do some cool tricks? Do you want to just run away instead? And in Mirror's Edge, you didn't really get that. It was just really, really bad and stunted and stale. If you enjoyed this content and you've ever wondered what the combination of Pokemon and Stardew Valley would look like, please go have a look at my other video on this channel. I really hope that one day someone will try and make this game and bring it to reality. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good sleep and I'll see you later.